Hey guys, Zerkaa here, and welcome back to my career mode series with Millwall. As you can see, straight off the bat, we are playing our friendly match against Man City. It's actually the first game that we are playing in this whole series so far, and I knew it was going to be a tough game. They hadn't fielded their strongest side. I know they had Nas, I think that's how to say it, Nas Tacic, and they had like another defender who weren't there, like wasn't the normal company, and Micah Richards at the back. So I knew it'd still be a tough game regardless, but I knew we had kind of a chance. And I started off this game, and I don't know, I was feeling quite comfortable. I was like, I actually have a good start. I actually have a good chance in this game. I was creating a lot of chances for myself, and you can see I got through there with Keogh, but Joe Hart saved it. And so I think that was the issue in this game throughout the majority of this game was Joe Hart. He pulled off a lot of saves, another great little move there, saving Chris Wood. I think Chris Wood tackling his own player there. And then we go on more, and then Joe Hart making another great save here. And it was kind of like, it wasn't really a one-way game, but I was creating a lot of chances, and I was sitting there thinking I might actually be able to get something out of this game, and I should actually deserve to get something out of this game. So I made a couple of substitutions, you saw there, and then nothing happened again, and then I decided to bring on Wallison for Andy Keogh later on in the game. And I was still making more chances, and I wasn't really getting anything. And straight away, Wallison nearly made an impact with this overhead kick here. Typical Brazilian player does an overhead kick with his first kick for Millwall. And he got to like 87th minute, and then this happened. We got Redmond through on goal down the right, and he tucks it away in the bottom corner. And 89th minute, I'm sitting there, I was sitting there cheering to myself, like, we're gonna beat Man City, first friendly. I was like proper excited with myself. But typical FIFA, I'm spoiling it before it even can happen. But straight off the kickoff, they have this little attack, and so I get the ball, Wallison loses it there, and then straight away from 2 through balls, this is what happens. Aguero through, turns, goal. Simple as. It was so frustrating because I'd created so many chances in this game, and just nothing was going my way. It seemed like nothing was going my way, and then finally 89th minute, something did come my way, a clean through attack, and I basically couldn't miss that. And then straight away they reply with a goal, and that seems to be the way with FIFA. I mean, I guess it does happen quite a bit in real life, but it just always seems to happen to me. I always seem to score, and then straight away my opponent will score straight back against me. But I guess 1-1 against Man City, you really can't complain. Obviously, they didn't field their strongest side, but they did field a very good side anyway. So 1-1 for my first friendly isn't a bad result anyway. So we come back in, and we have a offer for Sean Bat from Bristol City for £140,000. I think I put him up for transfer this for 170. I get his value is 170. So then I tried to counter the off button, add an extra 10,000, just to be cheeky. I'm a bit anal and stuff like that. I kind of just like decided to add an extra 5,000. Even though it's not going to make a difference to me, I always do it. And then I come back in my second friendly against Frankfurt, and again it's a pretty strong side. So I thought I was expecting a tough game, and I think I got off to a pretty good start here. We got Redmond down the wing, crosses it in, and Keogh heads it into the bottom corner, and it's like, this is 10 minutes in, and I was like, this is really looking good for me. Like, it's a great start. I managed to get going in the first 10 minutes, and generally with FIFA, we've always found that if you score first, you tend to have the upper hand on the game, and I guess the other team is chasing the game throughout. That's a very vital thing in FIFA, I think, is to take the first goal. But in the 30th minute, this happens. Cheeky little goal by them, to be honest. He brought it down and controlled with a nice volley in, and that seemed to spark them to life. They kind of came straight back into the game after that. They wasn't really doing much up until that point. Obviously, where I said I scored the first goal, and I had a lot of possession at that point. And after this goal, they seem to come into the game a lot more. And as you'll see here, get to the 48th minute, and they score a very cheeky bicycle kick here. I wasn't really expecting to concede a goal like that against Computer. I was expecting a lot of tap-ins and lots of like crappy goals go in, and then they turn around and they do that to me. So that was quite embarrassing to concede a bicycle kick against the Computer in my second game. Obviously, as I said, I hadn't played much games against Computer. I wasn't really know what to expect in, because obviously people had told me that the Computer got a lot better in this game, and it was a massive improvement on other FIFAs, and it was almost like playing an online game. And so far, I'd have to say I agree with those people who say that. I mean, they're definitely a massive step up. They seem to they do play quite lifelike, and it's actually really fun to play against, and I was really surprised, because I've always been a person who doesn't really enjoy playing offline on FIFA. I've always been a very online person when it comes to FIFA. And then come out of that game, and I decided that I wanted to list quite a few of my players for loan, purely because I wanted to increase my wage budget. Obviously, I would need to get rid of those players, get their wages paid by other clubs, and then that gives me a bit higher wage budget, so then I can have a chance of signing some more players. So I put John Marquise, Aidan O'Brien and Toby Alavi up. I don't think anyone got back to me on those loans. I guess they just wasn't really good enough players for anyone to take up. So that was a shame. But we then got a reply from Bristol City regarding Sean Batt. And they said they wasn't really willing to spend that extra 10,000. So then I went back to the offer, and they offered 140,000. I decided to accept it. It's 30,000 under his current valuation, but Batt didn't really feature in my plans whatsoever. So I thought, what the hell, might as well get rid of him anyway. I move into my third friendly against, I think it's FC Lausanne. I don't know how to say it, but I guess I'll go with the Lausanne, a bit of a French accent in there. And I started off with this lucky goal from Bittencourt. It was actually a bit of a shitty goal, to be honest. I mean, it got cleared out, and I just luckily managed to. I was just spamming B, just hoping I could get a volley from miles out. And luckily, the shot fell straight into his path, and he just turned and then coolly finished it into the bottom corner. And then moving on from there, a bit of a scrappy defending here. I tend to give away a lot of goals just by passing it out of my defence, both online and offline. And that is just stupid. That what happened there was he shot, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna watch the replay here myself. But I think he turned I slide tackle, and I think that kind of curled the ball in one of those wheel curls because the goalie didn't even react to it. Then moving on in the game, they then scored this goal. I was adamant at the time it was offside, but just from watching that replay, I think the right back was keeping him. The left back was keeping him onside. So I finished that game losing 2-1 again. So that was my friendly record. There was drew 1 against Man City and then lost my second 2 friendly games. Bit of a shame, wasn't the best of starts, I guess, and then Leonardo Bittencourt picked up an injury in training. Going to be out for 2 weeks. Wasn't too bad, I guess. 2 weeks isn't a huge deal. Then obviously my deal with Sean Batt going to Bristol City went through, so that's 140,000, and I think the ball gave me a decent sum into my transfer budget. So I then went on the prowl to find a new centre back with a decent amount of sprint speed and acceleration, someone who could keep up with wingers, because I think I was struggling with my left centre back. And I stumbled across Luis Fuentes and Alex Baptiste from Blackpool. So I put in inquiries both of those and got replies, as you just saw. And then I basically just submitted offers for both of the inquiry prices that they told me, just in the hope that one of them would sign for me, or I would be able to get one of those players. I wasn't really sure which one I wanted until I got the replies. Quick media article just showing that I'm predicted to come 14th, so that's kind of the target I'm setting, just to beat 14th. I'm feeling pretty confident I can do better than that, but obviously you never know. I'm not really sure yet. This was something that interested me. Blackpool replied with an inquiry saying that they would accept a bid in the region of 525,000, and they just replied and said it wasn't enough and they wanted around 825,000 for him. So I don't know what they was going on about. They're just messing me about. And then Luis Fuentes, they accepted the offer that I sent in, so I just had to offer him a contract. All pretty simple. And then from there I just decided that I wasn't going to sign Baptiste and I was going to sign Fuentes instead. But that is the end of this episode. If you would like to see more, then please do leave a like. If you have any feedback or opinions, then please do leave a comment in the section below. And I shall see you guys soon. Goodbye.